Hello, folks. Welcome to Kudlow. I'm Larry Kudlow. All right, in my usual non-lawyerly way, I want to repeat a pattern that I've observed over the past year or so. Every time Donald Trump increases his polling lead, the Biden administration comes storming in and slaps him with some cockamamie set of criminal charges. Now, I'm using the word cockamamie because I think it's all political. It's all weaponization. It's all trying to protect Joe Biden. And anyway, I'm not a lawyer, and it's a non-legal term. Anyway, if you disagree with me, I respect your disagreement. I always do, and I hope you folks know that. But I continue to believe that Joe Biden will do anything and use any means of government power to prevent Donald Trump from running against him. Political geniuses in Washington Beltway think Trump's the easiest guy for Biden to beat. Well, something tells me Mr. Joe Biden doesn't agree with that wisdom. In short, I believe Biden wants his minions to throw Trump in jail. Of course, 100 years ago, socialist Eugene V. Debs actually ran for president in jail, got a bunch of votes. That was then, this is now. Actually, at least one well-regarded columnist believes one of the new charges against Trump could conceivably lead to the death penalty. I'm sure it was just a coincidence that one day after Hunter Biden's former BFF Devin Archer fingered Joe Biden as a major league pay-for-play influence peddler, just one day later, the Justice Department and Jack Smith comes out with 1 construction and 3 conspiracy counts related to the 2020 election. Just a coincidence, right? Just like last spring, when House Oversight Chair Jamie Comer revealed all the Biden family suspicious accounts and payments. A couple of weeks later, Alvin Bragg went after Trump. Then in early June, when Mr. Comer and Senator Grassley unveiled the Biden-Burisma bribery FBI 1023 documents scandal, the very next day, Merrick Garland and Jack Smith came crashing down on the Mar-a-Lago documents indictment, didn't they? Just a coincidence, mind you. Then last week, Hunter Biden's sweetheart plea deal fell apart in a Wilmington court, and the very next day, Jack Smith unveiled new Mar-a-Lago charges. Another coincidence, right? Fundamentally, this non-lawyer observes this. There was no insurrection charge leveled at Donald Trump. And that would have been the criminal judicial golden ring for Jack Smith. Trump incited nothing. All the rest of this stuff looks to me like a lot of politicized legal gobbly-gobble. Obstruction, conspiracy makes no sense to me whatsoever, because you know why? In this country, with First Amendment free speech rights, you are free to be right and you are free to be wrong. But if you say something and you're wrong, you don't get prosecuted. You don't go to jail. You don't stand up in front of a firing squad. That's America. What Joe Biden is doing with his Justice Department is not about America. It's about subverting the very democratic principles that Biden sometimes talks about. You can't criminalize somebody over a disagreement. You may like Donald Trump, or you may dislike Donald Trump, but he has a right to believe that he won the election in 2020. And he has a right to be dead wrong. By the by, drawing from the Wall Street Journal editorial page today, it's a distinguished page, and it's a page that's strongly opposed to Mr. Trump. They write how the Supreme Court has ruled that presidents are entitled to absolute immunity from damages liability predicated on his official acts. Now, one last non-lawyerly point. The Justice Department and the FBI have spent a lot of time obstructing a growing body of evidence that Joe Biden himself is in a heap of trouble. That is, criminal trouble with respect to influence peddling, bribery, money laundering, wire fraud, and other potential charges. These are, at the moment, allegations. But there's also a lot of hard, cold evidence behind these allegations. And in Mr. Biden's case, this is not about free speech, not about criminalizing disagreements. It's much tougher stuff. All right, finally, we need to have a proper final jury decision on all of this stuff, it comes November 5th, 2024. That's the way American democracy should work. All right, that's my riff. Just saying, non-lawyer.